And hey, we're back.
Hey, everybody!
Oh, wow.
Hi, Dr.
Hello.
Draco. Oh, hi, Dr. Dump.
I would love to see that dolphin, a little lab coat.
And inflammable means flammable. What a country!
What a country!
Oh, boy.
I
How
think
nice of you to
everybody.
come over for this tea party.
I think everybody that wants to be a voice actor has at least one Simpson voice they can do.
Ooh, I assure you there are several I can at least attempt.
I see you're more a fan of Mr. Burns as well.
Excellent.
Excellent. Oh, man.
Yeah, it only just occurred to me my entire streaming schedule this week is just D&D.
We...
Only D&D.
I mean, usually there's at least one video game with us playing as our D&D characters, but we have to wait for the art for that to be made, so...
So in the meantime, it's D and D and D and D and D and D.
Yeah,
D
I
and
only
5
got
Ds.
D&D.
Almost a will of D, if you will.
Which character of yours is Monkey D. Luffy, though?
None. At best,
Yeah.
I roll an Usopp.
Yeah.
Only he's Usopp if he was in Fate Zero. Which, yeah, the moment when you realize that you're playing the before Holy Grail War Kiritsugu is when things get rough. But yeah, if we want, why don't we start going around the horn? Who wants to start off?
Hi, I'm Caitlin C37. You can follow me on Twitch and Twitter at Caitlin C37, where I do art. Commissions are open, so if anybody wants any paintings, you can just find me there. Deluna, go.
I'm on the team. Tell me, find me on Twitter at 1338. Everywhere else at 13. Hoshi, go.
Hello, I'm Roy Hoshi. You can find me on Twitch, Blue Sky, not Facebook, Twitch, Blue Sky, YouTube. Oh, brand new. I'm still trying to wake up. As Roy Hoshi. Jacob.
Hey, everyone. You can find me on YouTube and Blue Sky and Twitter, and also here on Twitch, all over the place, is Draco Magnius at @Magnius, Draco_Magnius. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays. Monday, we've just started Persona 5 Royal, and we're about to get started in earnest on Kamoshida's Palace. Looking forward to that. Tuesdays, of course, when we're not here, you can find me and Deluna over playing Kingdom Hearts 3, where we're in the DLC Remind, trying to help Sora find Kairi's heart to bring her back. Wednesdays, you can catch myself and Deluna and Chaco and Hoshi and yelling at me and a bunch of other people as they go through Curse of Strahd in Barovian Odyssey or Tales from Barovia. Still not sure whether we're switching or not. But they're going to have to deal with a bunch of cultist druids and tree people. So that should be a lot of fun. Thursdays, party games. Fridays, spirit tracks. And I'm going to throw it to Chaco.
Hello, I'm Chocolate Zombie 101. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Blue Sky, and Ko-Fi as Chocolate Zombie 101. Sometimes I stream, other times I play D&D. You can find me here on every other Tuesday. You can find me on Twitch the Person's channel, also on Tuesdays for Power Rangers. Wednesday nights, you can find me over on Draco's channel for... you can find me for our Curse of Strahd game. Thursdays, I'll also sometimes be on this channel for party game nights, and sometimes we play Baldur's Gate. And then, aside from that, I'm pretty much in your Discord or in your Twitch chats. Deluna, go.
How do you
Yeah,
win?
man. Milla, I think, is the only
yeah.
one left without Vaughn.
Fair enough. Hello, I am Milla Ninja. You can find me on the Bernie Brad site, Milla Ninja Nerd. Blue Sky at Twitch, eventually at Milla Ninja. Also, opposite of this campaign on the other Tuesdays, you can also catch me at twitch.tv/shake, where we go through Adosian anthologies, Legacy of the Dealbreakers, Volume 2, where the party has successfully rescued the Naiad and is starting to bring balance back to the River Taipan. Where will the party go from here? What other things shall they explore? Tune in next Tuesday and find out. Take it away, Vaughn.
Okay, hi, you've already found me here, twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn. You can find me on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Blue Sky at Burnout Vaughn, and over on Patreon at Burnout's Bar. This week, like I said, nothing but D&D. Tonight we have D&D. Saturday we have Saved by the Spell, where, oh boy, we just had our second of 3 semester tests just dropped on us. You've heard of pop quizzes? We had pop finals.
Oh God.
And that was after I stole the equivalent of the Five Nights at Freddy's, Owlbear, and put it in our secret warehouse hideout that we have because we're college kids. Let that sink in. Then on...
hello.
Yes. And then after that, on Sunday, we have Those Who Wander, which, well, when most people lose their cat, they put up posters. We lost our cat, and we have to put up wanted posters because they're a rogue.
Thank you, seamless rogue.
Well, we actually don't... The funny thing is, we're on a plane that's full of were creatures, and we're not sure if they have tabaxi, so we might have to list them as a werecat.
Oh, God. That's like getting ahead for ourselves a long time. I played it Strahd. I guess we'll keep going over it over the break or in private.
But yeah, aside from that, next week we will have the return of Pack Tactics, which has been our bi-weekly sister stream ever since it's come back. And aside from that, looking forward to some more No Love War Extra, where we survived Passion Lip. That's all we will say on that. And so with that out of the way, Milla, why don't you take us away?
Indeed. Welcome, everybody, to tonight's episode of Feys of Our Lives, a Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign. When last we left our beloved guests, the Witchlight Brigade of Veska, Rudy, Dub, Predicate, Sola, and Sindara, the party continued to explore Bavlora Blightstraw's cottage in order to secure any and all missing items, as well as acquire new things that were totally and completely within their realm of possession. Totally. Including but not limited to several odds and ends as far as some taxidermy things, a wooden eyeball, but most importantly, upon discovering and reaching her hand inside of a bronze frog statue, Sindara managed to grab a cloak of many fashions, which happened to be the actual manifestation of her missing fashion. And with that, she is now inspired. Also, they happened to help a red cap who happened to serve as Bavlorda's cook, who was in the process of being besieged by buzzards. After dealing with the pesky fowl, and while the red cap was butchering them, after some discovery, predicates all discovered a satyr who had also been trapped inside of a cage just outside of her door. Upon freeing them, and after a little bit of persuasion and helping to get out, the satyr gifted them a magic stick as payment for releasing them. And after departing and also finding the stag head for Clapperclaw, and departing Bavlora's cottage, leaving Red Boots or Bloody Toes stranded and yelling Yosemite Sam style as she stepped into the water, the party sought to also return the stolen heart of Octavian, the elf who made a deal with Bavlorna. Giving Sola his pipes of haunting, he departed the party, and after a little bit of time, our Witchlight Brigade also, some borderline questionably, sequestered a hot gas air balloon. With Clapperclaw's guidance as well as Dumfries Foghart's expertise in navigating the balloon, the party has now successfully left the realm of hither and arrived into the realm of thither. After touching down on a nearby cave, they have discovered a wanted poster from Scabatha. Oh god, I have to keep marking names. They're so hard. God, I'm being such a terrible DM. My
Nightshade.
sincerest apologies. Yes, Scabatha
Nightshade.
Nightshade. Specifically, a wanted poster to secure one Will of the Feywild, a child that she apparently has some grudge against, which promised a reward of to have one person buried up to their necks in silver. Also, we continue our session, we find our party currently in front of a warm, glowing cave. What possibly lies inside this cave? As the sap falls through the hourglass, let's find out and continue on tonight's session of Phase of Our Lives. Just gotta pull up the session again. Without fail, I always have to bring you guys back over to the map as is tradition. Hi-yo!
I sent you the thing, the Luna. Not the Luna, Miller.
Ah, yes, I noticed it. Look. Just making a cross-reference here. All right. So, as you are all currently standing outside of this cave, what do you do?
Well, do we want to check for her here?
I guess. Where are we going?
Well, eventually we need to make our way to Scabatha's, but this thoughtful gesture to the sign again. This woman could be our in to get us through the door.
So not kill her, got it.
Yes, we need her alive. You know what? I do have a spell if we want to be extra cautious that can tell me if things are good ideas or not that I just learned.
Oh, well then, yeah, sure.
Right, it's gonna take me about 10 minutes, but Dumph will bring out his dragon bones and is going to chant over and over again. Let's see, where are you? Ogurium! 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 And then he's gonna roll the bones out and cast Augury.
Ooh.
So, wheel, woe, or wheel and woe for good and bad results. Going into this cave, good idea, bad idea, or kind of both?
As you cast your bones, as you have your various markings that are sketched upon them, the sides of the bones that have one notch facing up on each. You'll find the match. The results of your augury are wheel.
Ah, right. The bones say it's going to be a good idea to go through the cave, so he gathers up all his bones and, with confidence, walks into the cave.
No follow.
I trust the bones.
Oh,
All right. Inside the cave, a wizened old man wearing a blindfold sits at a spinning wheel surrounded by piles of gold. As he spins, he reaches down and grasps handfuls of coins, which transform at his touch to gleaming gold fibers.
Ooh, pretty.
Oh, hello there. I'm sorry I didn't hear you come in.
Oh, sorry, we didn't know anyone was in here. Hello, my name is Domf. We're the Witchlight Brigade. Who are you?
Oh, a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Nib.
Nib. Okey doke. Well, Miss Nib, do you know anything about that poster outside your cave here? About that
Hmm.
Will of the Feywild?
Oh, well, of the Feywild, I'm familiar. Granny Nightshade is obsessed with capturing him. He's a boy who helped a handful of younger children escape from Loomlurch. Will of the Feywild's motley group of rascals is known as the Getaway Gang. The gang is protected by a treant named Little Oak. But come, please stay a while.
I don't
May
see
I at
why
least
not.
offer you a gift for your
Sure.
time?
Sure. I would never say no to a gift.
He kind of thinks about it for a second. He just kind of thinks. Seemingly, oddly enough, he points towards you, Rudy. For you. Actually, as he takes his hand with one of the needles in it, he points it towards you.
Huh?
What would you like?
Are you asking, or are you just?
He potters about for a little bit. I have just the thing for you. And you see that as he takes his hand and he weaves some more golden fibers, he takes his 2 needles that he has, and he begins to knit. And as he kind of continues, well, just a little further, and, a little bit. Aha! Excellent. You see, he has a golden fiber bag that looks like it has a flap and it has a strap on it. He presents it towards you.
Oh, thank you. This is a very nice bag.
If I figure you might use something like this for your travels. Above game, yes, this is a bag of holding.
Right.
Welcome to being the honorary bag bitch. I pass the torch to you.
Heck yeah.
No, like I asked for this specifically because I'm like, look, he's a rogue. He needs this.
I actually don't remember if we ended up if we found a bag of holding in the last campaign and who kept it most of the time.
It was me.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
It was what we spent almost all of our gold on after our first actual job, and then we eventually called it escrow because we kept everything in it.
Like, Rhodey, he gets us a feeling. He's like, wait a minute. He opens the bag and he reaches in just to double check that it is what he thinks it is. Like, because he hasn't outright been told yet.
Oh, yes. It feels like it is a lot bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
Is this a bag of holding?
Ah, the astute of you. Yes, it is.
Oh my. Oh, thank the gods. Oh my god. This is amazing.
It's the least I could do.
We are in the Feywild. There is bound to be quite the treasure around.
Also, we're in the Feywild. You should thank the Archfey, not the gods. They have more power here.
Fair.
Well, usually when I'm talking the gods, I'm talking to my patron specifically. I don't know what he is, but I'm pretty sure it's impolite not to thank him directly. I'll let you, like, if Ness has something to say about that, I'd let you say it.
Mm.
Guess not.
Miller.
Oh, I'm sorry. I disassociated for a second.
Rudy has congratulated Ness. Does he respond?
Oh, for Nib?
Yeah, he basically is like, thank you. If this
Oh.
is something how you're doing.
Oh, you're welcome. Vesca, you kind of notice that while this conversation's been going on, as you're looking down at the gold and you kind of look up behind Nib, you currently see what looks to be a shadowy apparition that looks like a small child that's kind of crying. Looks like just whimpering for a split second. And then before you can imagine, you see the image change to a sad woman with a handkerchief. And it appears like this one is whispering something inside of his ear, which you can't necessarily make out, and you see him jump and recoil at that as he listens to it.
It certainly is curious.
I've led a cruel and heartless existence. I've earned these riches by exploiting my tenants' misery, buying up condemned property and renting out for an exorbitant fee. Granny Nightshade is helping me to make amends. I told her I wanted to put my bad deeds behind me and my ill-gotten gains to good use. She cursed me to dwell forever in this cave, spitting my gold into useful items for anyone who comes my way. I am haunted by my own words. As long as my ill-gotten gains were put to good use, my bad deeds would remain behind me. You are beholding the restless apparitions of those I hurt. They lurk behind my back, tormenting me with pokes at my ribs and whisperings in my ear. I can't bear to look them in the eye, not after what I did to them. And you just kind of see as he says that, you just see where his eyes would be under the blindfolds are just caked in tears. But
Vesco would, I think this would be the first time they would, like, the rest of the party would see this. Vesco would kind of, like, reach into, like, her coat pocket, and she would, pull out a holy symbol.
Wait, what?
Wanting to atone for your sins is a noble effort. I can't say I agree going to a hag for it, but it is the thought that counts.
thank you, truly. What would you like?
Well, I'm a druid. If you have anything that would help me in that regard, it would be much appreciated.
Good. Perhaps I might have just the thing for you. And you see him bring his hand down to bring more fibers, and he gets to work once again with his needles as he knits, and oddly enough, whereas when you saw him making the bag of holding for Rudy, this time, the shape that he leaves behind is much more solid. As he continues to weave, you see a handle, which then turns into, coming up from that, you see him begin to make a flat surface. No, it's curved. No, it looks like a blade. And as he finishes it, you see that before you, it looks like it's a wooden handle with a gold tinge to it, with a very sharp, wicked-looking curved blade on it. And he offers it to you.
She will take it. I will put this to good use. Thank you. I do hope Kalimvor offers you mercy the day you should the day come when you pass on. That's a name you guys haven't heard her mention at all yet.
File that away for asked about later.
All right.
And
Well-
she will just pretty much she'll like take a step back, waiting one of her next compatriots.
As he begins to wave his needles around, he parts towards you, next predicate. What would you like?
Something powerful or something useful?
Powerful or useful? Perhaps. Strange. I could make this work. As he brings up another strand of golden threads, he begins to knit once more. And oddly enough, this is a lot simpler shape compared to the last few ones that he's made, as he makes a rod of gold. As he presents it to you.
I will say, as Praedycots takes hold of it, brambles start to just form all around this thing, wrapping it up. As that's how he's going to attune to it. And I asked, do you have it in the compendium over here so I can just drag and drop?
Yep. Rod of the Pathkeeper +1.
Thank you.
And for clarity, Veska, yours is a Moonsicle +1. And yes, for you, after a little bit of pondering, I have just a thing for you. As he grabs a couple of handfuls of straw, of golden thread straw, and in a flash, he manages to, which is weird. He first starts off with taking his golden threads from the coins. It looks like he crafts them into various bits of small paper-like things? No. Almost looks like straw? And then in another flurry, he'll take another set of strands and he weaves them into a cord of sorts. And then after that, he makes a long handle after a while. It looks like wood, but yeah, it does have a gold sheen to it. And then in the flourish, he'll take all of the straw and bite it to the bottom, and he'll present it to you. There you are.
Ooh. Fancy. Domf will take the broom.
What would anyone else like? As he just kind of stares about blankly around all of you.
I don't mind surprises.
That's what our surprise is. Perhaps. Oh, for finding surprises, perhaps this will help. And you just kind of see as he begins to tick away with his needles and his golden threads. You see that it looks as though it's odd in the flourish that it starts out as he knits, it starts out as like a small knob. It goes to a smaller point. And then it gets to a longer point. But you notice that in a flash, as he begins to knit around it, it looks like there's one point where he makes a long spiral. egg, and it comes out to a point, but it's odd. He brings it back down as he knits, and he makes a mate for the spiral as it makes its way back down. And then in a flash, he'll finish and he'll offer to you.
Thank you.
Perhaps this wand will be able to help you find any surprises. This is a wand of secrets.
Ooh, okay. Thank you. It's beautiful. What does that do? Let's see.
Wand of secrets. The wand has 3
Maybe-
charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one of its charges. And if a secret door or trap is within 30 feet of you, the wand pulses and points at the one nearest to you. The wand that regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn.
Ooh, okay. Cool. Right.
Hey, Mel, could you do me a favor? It's not letting me pull up my sheet in the way that I can edit by pulling stuff into Compendium. Could you just drop out of the Pact Keeper +1 into my thing?
Sure.
Because programming, like, boost for spell save and other stuff is so much of a pain in, like, Roll20.
There you are. Should be dropped in.
Thank you. I will reload it.
For you. I might have just the thing for you. Strong silent type. I like it. I like that. As he just... In a flourish, he'll make... It starts off with a circle, but it expands from that. It gets bigger and wider. You see more embellishments on one side. And he finishes one... Looks like a golden gauntlet. But then he sets it down, and without hesitation, he begins to work on another. And then after a while, he'll complete a matching one. And then he'll hold them both aloft and present them to you.
Ooh. She will grab him and thank him.
It's just the least I could do. And yes, you do have your gauntlets of ogre power.
Yes.
So... You mentioned you two seek Granny Nightshade?
To kill her, yes.
Yes.
Oh. Well,
She's taking
you
some
best-
stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You fall victim to her as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry. Is there anything I can do to help at all, aside from these gifts?
Well, frankly, that was generous enough.
Mm. Well, I guess our main plan at this moment is to find Will first and see where we go from there. Any idea where their base is roaming around at this time?
Well, I vaguely remember where Little Oak's favorite glade is. That's the tree that protects Will of the Feywild and the Getaway Gang. I could point you in the general direction.
That would be super helpful.
A few more bits of help, if you'll indulge me. Granny Nightshade has a key protruding from her back that indicates her mood by how fast it turns. When she's happy, the key turns quickly. When she's upset, the key turns slowly. If she loses her temper, the key stops completely.
Interesting.
Many children toil away in Granny Nightshade's workshop crafting toys. She delivers the creepiest toys to children on other worlds to fill their heads with nightmares, one assumes. The hag makes her deliveries on the back of a flying rocking horse.
Interesting.
Well, is there any other way we can help you at all before we head off, or?
Oh. I think you've quite helped me quite enough with allowing me to at least repay some sort of kindness from all of this. As he kind of gestures down to the gold.
All right, we'll try to get that all sorted out. Is there anything else we need?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
And just for clarification, guys, when I mentioned the pile of gold, honestly, this is a massive pile of gold that he has right next to him. Like, almost as big as he is sitting down on his stool by his spool.
How big is it compared to Rhodey?
Your head can barely see over the top of it.
If he wasn't so infatuated by the fact he just got a bag of holding, he would be like, "Yep, nope. I'm taking. I want that. That's a lot of gold."
Oh, please. Do not tempt yourself with this pile of gold I have here. It's cursed. If you take any of the gold from here, you'll be cursed with the same apparitions that haunt behind me. As he just kind of jerks as Vesca, you see one of them has poked him in the ribs.
Yeah, I'd rather avoid that. I'm happy with my item.
I wonder what Uncle Argyle would do in this situation.
Mm. Anybody here know remove curse? I mean, I think we can help him out like that, right?
Oh, right. I
can
actually do have that. I just recently used it.
I mean, I could end this curse with his life by caving in this cave.
Ugh,
I-
no.
It's a bit brutal.
Predicate. No predicate. Everything cannot be solved by violence.
You are very wrong.
And
No, he's not.
I would very much like to keep my own life if that's possible, please.
Shrugs. That was all that he could do.
all right, let me see here if this will work. It's going to take another slot, but I'll see if it works in this situation. Let me scroll right back down. Where is it? Oh, did I not write? No, there. I'm pretty sure I wrote it down. Dang it. I guess Dumph will touch Nib on his shoulder, close his eyes, and begin chanting. Guess I didn't write this down, so I will come up with a new chant. English to Latin.
I believe it'll be something Malleus.
Yeah, Maledictus or something like that. Remove. Yeah, maledictonem. But I'm pretty sure the first one is wrong. Where are you? Really? That can't be right. Remove. Okay. Well, he'll just keep chanting under his breath. A Feto could work. Feto maledictonem. And we'll cast Remove Curse. All curses affecting one creature or object end. The object is cursed. As a cursed magical item, its curse remains, but the spell breaks on the owner's attunement and the object, so it can be removed or discarded.
Oh, I very much appreciate it, but I'm not sure if that magic is strong enough to break me of these bonds. Due to the nature of the contract, I am either required to fill this out. My only other thing would be perhaps a wish would be able to bring it back, but...
Would killing Scabatha help in any way?
Arcana check?
Okie doke. And Arcana. 17.
24.
3.
Let's see.
Dov, you would assume possibly.
4.
As well as you, Sola. Predicates. It depends on the nature of the deal. Sometimes deals can extend beyond the life of the creature. So
Give me a
You're
give me
not
an
as
over.
sure
I was
if
about
it
to say,
is
give me an over under.
over under as to whether or not it could work. Maybe not. Like I said, it's subjective to the terms of the contract.
60-40.
Maybe not.
So violence could possibly solve it. Just looks at Sandara. To be fair, hags are weird. They are powerful fae, but they are nowhere near archfae, so the bounds of their magic is limited and confusing.
Hopefully we can actually kill this one. We don't let him wander off.
Agreed.
Growling.
The moment I find that woman, I am going to pound her into the ground.
Alright, well, let's go find these children.
Agreed.
Hello.
All right. As you guys begin to make your journey, someone go ahead and roll a d8 for me.
I'll do it. Huh. 2.
Dose.
After a couple of hours of wandering towards a northern direction, you come across a campfire that's in the middle of this forest. There's a cauldron of water bubbling over flames and a frying pan that holds melted butter nearby on a rock. And the first thing that you notice as you make your way up here, You see a small, tiny mushroom-like creature just kind of shaking.
Oh my fucking god! Did we just find the Smurfs?
As you see this frying cap, you just see this mushroom-like creature just kind of dip its head onto the butter.
Oh, my mind just went happy tree friends.
Oh no.
Oh
My
god.
first thought was like, "Oh shit, we found the Smurfs." Second thought, "Oh shit, we found Toad."
No. Meanwhile, just like, are we about to watch a suicide?
Veska will like.
No.
Veska will like. Welcome to the Feywild, friends, where mushroom people will just pat themselves in butter and cook themselves with no regard for their safety.
Denara will put her hands up. Wait, let him cook.
Literally.
Alright, kid.
I know why.
Alright, that has to be the raid message.
Let him
Let him
cook.
cook.
Like a pumpkin, I know why she would say that about among all people. But in character, she said that out loud. It's like, what?
Veska would walk over and kind of kneel down, and in Sylvan, she would say, "Now, what are you doing here?"
Hello! As you just look up, as this mushroom sticks in you. Hello!
Sure. I am just a passing traveler. Do you know who was at this campfire? How recent somebody's been through?
Oh, it's my friend Crow. It's his camp. He's gathering firewood, but he should be back soon.
Interesting. Perhaps we should wait for him. Maybe he knows more about this area. Above game, can you type that name out for me?
All right, sure. Check here.
Poor thing is slow.
Yes, and as you're continuing the conversation, this mushroom creature is just, rubbing himself more in butter.
I have to ask, why exactly are you?
Veska's completely stone-faced.
I'm sorry, I have to ask, why are you covering yourself in butter?
Oh! Crow asked me to rub the butter into my flesh and promised me a hot bath before dinner.
Oh, it's not a suicide, it's a murder. Okay.
That's what it seems like.
Would it be our in game Veska would be? I'll just say this: Veska would probably be familiar with familiars because she might have one. That hasn't come up yet. Could I make an Arcana check to see if this is like this guy's familiar or something?
Arcana or nature?
Good, nature is better.
Put the butter on his skin so
There's a
he
12.
can get boiled again.
Would have loved that nat 20 though.
Say
Ooh,
that
would've been great.
again.
Well, you said.
Oshi?
Well, to be fair, Milla, you said I have a zone of good luck. How big's that zone?
For the stone of good luck. It's just for you.
Okay, just need to check.
I say put the butter on his skin, or he's going to get boiled again.
No, it sounds like he's going to be boiled either way.
Okay, I take it back. That has to be the right message.
Rubs the butter on the skin, or else it will get boiled again.
Oh my god.
All right. For a nature check, you've kind of, given your experience, you've kind of heard stories about small, tiny mushrooms. They tend to sing. This is called a campestry.
Also, being a support druid, I could argue advantage.
You know what? Sure. Given your plant-like tendencies, I'll give it to you. Yes. Yes, this is a campestry. They can mimic any voice or song they've heard.
Although they do it in a nasally falsetto like this.
You know, have you considered, maybe, just maybe, that you are the dinner?
Processing.
Loading.
Wait, I am the dinner? Wait, no, I'm here for dinner.
Loading. Loading.
No,
Roll a persuasion check for me.
Will
I'm gonna
do.
say this real quick while he's doing that to get him advantage. No, pal. I think he got you tricked. I think he's here to eat you. Yeah.
Thank you
Well-
for the advantage. I would have gotten a nat 1. 15.
You just see it as this campestry just picks itself out of the butter. Kind of looks around at all of you. Looks down at itself. And like that image from Rick and Morty with the butter robot.
Oh my
God!
Loading complete.
Yeah, he really tricked you with that one. Oldest trick in the book, have you for dinner? I would know. I've been on the receiving end of it once or twice.
Predicats will
I
look
didn't
at
have a good time.
Predicats will look at you and be like, "How are you still alive with that self-preservation?"
Well, I was really young, and eventually I did figure out what was going on. The first time. About when they were slicing vegetables into the pot, I realized what was happening the first time, and I managed to get out and get away. The second time, I thought, well, surely there wouldn't be another person to pull the same obvious trick, and, well, turns out, yes. Yes, they would.
I can
Sidara's
also
hair
vouch.
slowly turns to dog. It happened more than once?
Only twice.
I can vouch
learned
for
my
that.
lesson after the second time.
When I was younger, like a bunch of people really thought that I was just nothing but a big bird, like regular bird. So they're like, "Hey, he must be tasty." You find out pretty quick how low in the food chain you are.
Mm.
Vesca, as you're kind of listening to this conversation, you hear some clattering and shuffling as you eventually see like what appears to be like a small bundle of wood carried by something making its way towards the camp. And then you look down and you see a goblin just kind of looking up at all of you. Hey! What are you all doing here?
Oh, we're just passing through. She'll point to the mushroom man. Was this your friend?
Aha! Yeah, my friend. Hey, buddy. Why aren't you in the butter, huh?
Crow, was
Hey!
it?
You can't fool me. You're gonna eat me.
Hey, not my fault if you're tasty.
He's got a
There's
point.
nothing
He just-
more satisfying than a butter campestry, I tell you.
Can
He
Rhodey
just straight up
cast-
admits it.
Can Rhodey just
Wow.
this Eldritch Blast this guy?
Hey! As you go to extend your hand up, he's just like, whoa. Hey, if you
Too late,
want
press
him,
the button.
you can take him. Just don't hurt me, right?
Does that hit him?
Yeah, that hits. Roll
We have chosen violence yet again.
Yep,
Look, Rhodey doesn't like. He has been through the other side of this. He doesn't like this.
Yeah, Domp is with you.
I mean, it is natural selection.
Yeah,
Not helping.
it was too stupid. It will probably die very quickly after getting away from here.
Well, it's learned its lesson this time. Hopefully. Look back. You've learned your lesson, right? You're not going to let this happen a second time, right?
He just screams and yells running away from camp.
Which one, the mushroom
sure he's
or the
fine.
goblin?
The goblin.
The goblin, the one that just got attacked.
He looks very bloodied. He's like, it ain't worth it, man. Leave me alone. As he takes off.
Well, good news is, if we want to rest here, we have a camp now.
Yes, but no food.
That's true.
Well, the rest of you. As he just, again, casts infestation, catches a bunch of bugs, and then eats them.
I think I still have some rations left.
I have, let's see, above game. Brody has. Five rations left.
I have 6.
Well, thank you for rescuing me.
As you see the competitor just kind of hop out of the pan.
No worries, little friend. Try not to be fooled by wordplay again.
You seem fun. Can I hang out with you?
I don't see why not. Everyone?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yay, more friends.
He's cute.
If you can help us, especially if you can help us get around here, we don't really know where we're going.
I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do.
You happen to know where Old Oak and the Getaway Gang might be at this time?
Never heard of them. I'm so sorry.
Oh well.
Oh God, it sings everything it says.
This thing is more annoying than the snail.
You
I like it.
keep Turbo's name out your
I do
mouth.
too. He's cute.
Keep Turbo's name out your motherfucking mouth.
You named it foolish.
Well, he certainly is cute, but I wouldn't. If perhaps one of you else would like to take him, my companion slot is currently full, and she will actually here. I have a thing for this.
Ooh.
This is Natasha's thing. Wild companion. I gain the ability to summon a spirit that assumes an animal form. As an action, I can expend a use of my wild shape feature to cast the Find Familiar spell without material components.
For reference, this is what the Campestri looks like.
Oh my god! It's like Worms. He looks like a Worms from the Worms video games, just with a hat.
No, you know what he looks like? He looks like the worm from the Labyrinth.
Oh no.
He does though, doesn't he?
Yes.
Though to answer
Yeah.
Veska, Predicat's just go, look, I don't need extra food.
Oh no! Don't worry. This one's not food. And you guys will see a spider just appear on her shoulder. Just a generic-looking spider. Everybody, this is Mildred.
Hello, Mildred.
If I didn't know that was magic.
Can't wait to ruin this for everybody, but that's the only thing that I could think of when I first saw him.
Yeah, on brand.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
I can't believe they're making a sequel.
Why?
Show,
It's a-
yes.
It's a sequel
it's not-
series, yeah.
It's a series.
Oh god.
Why?
I don't know.
Because Seth Rogen is becoming the new Adam Sandler, where he will just make shit so he can get his friends work.
I mean, look, fair, but he needs to make something good.
And he
Yeah,
needs to make
it's
something
not
out.
making a good movie.
He needs to make something and credit his artist too.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that too.
And who Sindar just like like slowly just like move everybody out the way as she's moving towards the spider and starts to pet it.
She'll allow it.
You all need to stop naming your food.
Vesca would just give a Vesca would just give him it's a playful, but she'll just give him like a how dare you look.
Sindari does the same thing.
We spoke about this. Sometimes animals are pets.
They're friends.
They help
not
with
food.
hunting or friends.
So far, the only animal that I would accept as a companion is yours because it's useful.
Norman is pretty great. Donf will lift his hat up.
Purple was useful.
Slow turn. No.
But he could be.
Believe it or not, spiders make excellent house pets. They keep the bugs away and many other things. They're actually pretty tidy creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you could probably use your spider as a scout. I mean, who would expect the spider?
Very true.
Sidara just raises her hand. My entire family.
Our pets? Okay. I believe it.
I don't think that's what she meant.
About game. Has she shown her other form yet, or not yet? I can't
Who's
remember.
Sindari?
Yeah.
No, Sindar I don't think has.
Or
He does not.
no, she does not. Okay. Like I know she's half and half though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Vesca, one more thing with your nature check for
Mm-hmm.
pastries. You know that if they're under duress, they will release a small cloud of spores that has been known to slow anybody that's affected by it. So do with that what you will.
She'll look at she'll look at our mushroom friend now, and she'll say, "I would be careful not to startle it. Under duress, they release spores that have a slowing effect."
I'll
Good
think
to know.
something, but doesn't say it.
So a pastry ball special, fastball special.
Yes, throw it at the enemy when you
Gotcha.
see it, okay? It's now useful.
Okay, you know what? I wasn't the only one thinking it. I'm glad.
Oh god, the capestry is Ziggy!
Does that mean Predicats are Jotaro?
Yep. Just like, no, wait a second.
Oh my god,
Yada yada does it.
Quick, somebody learn the catapult spell.
Why use the catapult spell? You have a barbarian.
That's right.
Catapult the
I do have
barbarian.
mage hands. Mage hand would be a little slower, but
Whee!
Barbarian cast yeet.
Alright, so who's taking the capestry? Was it Vesca? Or was it I forget. I'm sorry.
I don't think we agreed.
We didn't
who
really
specifically
decide
was
that.
going to take it.
I said Vesca that would defer to whoever wants it, because I have Mildred.
I mean, I would, but Dorman's usually sleeping under my hat, and I feel like Campestri, no offense, would wake him up. He needs to recharge a lot.
All right. I could probably take him.
Thank you. As the capacitor just kind of hops off the pan and onto your shoulder. You feel a little bit of butter residue that's still on it, and it kind of slips for a second. It actually falls off.
Oh, she'll just like kind of like take a little bit of her skirt and just kind of like wipe him off.
Hold on, I have prestidigitation. I could help with that.
Oh, that works too. She'll hold him out.
Prestidigitatio. And he's going to use prestidigitation to scoop off all the butter.
Oh. So you cast the prestidigitation on the butter on her dress?
Well, I mean, I guess that too, but also on our little mushroom friend here.
I was gonna say Rhodey can do the one can do the one for her dress.
Yeah. Well, cleaning up prestidigitation works on objects, not creatures, so.
Oh.
Oh, well, then she'll just,
Never
she'll
mind.
just keep wiping him off then.
I thought it also worked for cleaning off people. My bad.
Yeah,
it's something that most people
objects in the spell.
It's something that most people just accept because it's a way to excuse needing showers.
Yeah.
Who bathes?
Not
Who
predicats.
needs that silly thing?
Not predicates.
Who
Well,
needs a
Western-
bath or a shower when you have magic?
Until you learn how to weaponize prestidigitation.
All right. So, but yeah, as far as other stuff that's within the camp, there's just the cauldron with the campfire and the rock with the frying pan. What would you guys like to do?
Sounds like we're short resting.
Okay. Sure, you managed a short rest, and anybody whose items need attunements, you are now attuned to them.
Thank you.
All right. I will also do my tea ceremony for anyone that still has exhaustion. Take one off.
Is there an exhaustion? I do not. Okay.
If no one does, I'll still make the tea. Because now it's tradition. Get a
Or he
short
would
rest,
drink
have
it
some
with
tea.
his ration because
Yeah,
it tastes better.
exactly.
Plus, you already have hot water, so there you go. Just use that for the tea.
I mean, I have basically a self-making teapot, but the hot water helps.
Oh my god, you had one of my roommate had one of those English style kettles.
I mean, pretty much. It just has some cool 3D art on it of flowers. Alright. Go.
Now that I realize, Lola gets the singing pet.
What?
What?
The thing sings when it talks, and Sola got it.
Yeah, oh, that's a good point.
Oh yeah, so it would also probably between like getting here and this rest definitely would have attunement to the pipes of haunting at least.
True. You know what? I realized something, Milla.
Hmm.
So the broom of flying can only hold up to 400 pounds, and Domph weighs 350 alone.
Oof.
Well, just
So
put everything that he has on him, just put it in the bag of holding now.
okay,
Problem solved.
fair enough.
All right. Well, after your short rest, what would you guys like to do? Continue on?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yes.
Oh, all right. All right, as you all continue on down into the forest, you happen upon a rather peculiar sight. You come across a small clearing in the forest. And one of the first things that you notice is that oh, this is gonna be fun. You see there's a bunch of 6-inch tall mushrooms that are just kind of wavering around. But it appears they're kind of arranged in a circular motion.
Ah,
I have a question.
fair.
Given Predicat's like nature and all of the Fey stuff tied with him and his patron, would he recognize a fairy circle?
Make an Arcana check.
Okie dokie.
That's a good question, Mega
And
Man.
still with advantage because
Could I-
24 hours hasn't passed.
Could I also make that Arcana check since I've been in the Feywild for a bit?
So that's
Yeah,
20
sure. I'll
that's-
allow this check for anybody.
So 23.
14.
Damn.
Actually, 17.
Okay, let me get a little chat here. Predicats, you are fond as far as your knowledge of fairy rings in particular. Normally they have a certain amount of mushrooms that are kind of scattered about. But what's odd about this one in particular is that as far as your knowledge about fairy rings, you are aware that they are often used to, cross over at the thinnest points between the Feywilds and the material plane at large. You have heard a tale as far as your matron at times has told you about one way in order to make their way across. On the night of a full moon, typically you would have to hold a stick in your hand and then say 3 turns winter shins, and off we go while running in a circle clockwise in it. But with that knowledge in mind, as you're making your way closer, I didn't say anything about mushrooms that moved. And you see all these small little mushrooms kind of darting about in the circle.
This is an odd fairy circle. If anyone wants to go home, here's your way. You'll have to wait until a full moon, but since they're sentient mushrooms, it is a 50-50 if you'll make it back.
I have no home.
That's sad.
Yep. Because of this teapot, I have no. Anyway, I don't think we have any reason to utilize the circle, right?
Not at the moment.
Maybe after we get back to the carnival, if we ever go back there.
Would it bring us back to the carnival?
No, this is a spot
Hey,
that...
you never know.
No. Well, unless it is attuned to it. These mushrooms make it variable, but typically fairy circles go only one of two ways. Material plane or Feywild. It depends where you're in them.
Mm-hmm.
And since the carnival is already part of the Feywild, it's just a moving part. Yeah, the chances of you getting back there are slim. That said, let's move. This is useless to us.
All right. As you continue on from this fairy circle, someone else roll a d8.
I'll do it. Number 1. Rolling a lot of ones tonight, I'm noticing.
All right. So, I have to. Loading. As you make your way through this part of the forest, about 60 feet away, you come upon a weird scene. Let's see. What is part of this? Yeah, you come across, it looks like a freshly dug pile of dirt, as well as the 4 canine-looking creatures that are just kind of standing around the hole. And question: who else has a passive perception above 13? Except for Vesca.
Mine
I
is
have
at 13.
below.
Mine's 14.
Mine is 13.
Okay. Sidar and Rudy, as you come with inside of these dogs, you notice that they appear to be standing around a hole and looking down into it.
Do the dogs look friendly?
Insight check?
Let's see. 15.
It's sad as you kind of watch these dogs for a little bit. You see one, it looks like it picks up a bone and it throws it into the hole. And then it gives off a sad howl. Definitely looks
Do
like
I understand what that
sad,
howl is?
almost
Do I understand what that howl
morbid.
means because I understand all animals?
That's the question. Smart.
I'll put it in the chat for you. I assume he's always casting it because at this point, like, knowing what animals are saying is useful to him.
Just like me whenever I play Baldur's Gate and have access to it.
Well, I play a warlock, so I also just take this because I found out apparently talking to animals is broken in the game, so I did it.
Yeah.
And then they give you the other easy cheat. They give you an amulet of Speak Dead. So yeah, nothing secret.
Didn't we already pick that up too?
So, Milla?
I'm just kind of looking into something real quick here.
Okie dokie.
Would I get anything else additional in this scene with a 17 perception?
Let's see. Given the nature of these creatures, I have to double check on this because these creatures are technically Fey, so they're not beasts. So
Well, then-
probably not Vaughn.
Well, I also speak Sylvan, so if their cries could be translated into that, I would also understand it.
Hey,
You don't
Also
understand
same.
the cries for it. You don't
Also
understand the
same.
cries per se. It's sounds like it's a dog howling, but it's it's odd because your beast sense doesn't pick it up predicates. I was trying to, while I was trying to clear that up, what was everybody else wanting to do? I'm sorry.
I was asking if I have a 17 passive perception, if there was any additional things I could glean from this scene.
I guess how long do you want to watch it?
Until I would say until either maybe the dogs walk off or maybe until we're noticed.
then that's gonna be pretty soon because Sindara's want to walk over.
Please fall in the hole, please fall in the hole, please fall in the hole.
All right. So you're gonna start approaching Sidara?
Yes.
Ah, so
Let's
you're
begin.
approaching me.
Ho ho, mukatte ni no ka.
Fuck.
As you begin to approach these dogs, you see, they all begin to make their way towards the pile of dirt, and they begin to start kicking it into the hole. And as you make your way closer, the dogs kind of look up at you. And as you look down inside the hole, you see there is another dog that is lying down in there, not moving, as they begin to cover him up with dirt.
It's a little doggy funeral. Oh no. Hmm.
What do you do?
Leave him be. Leave him be.
Can I help them bury the dog?
As you go, do you attempt to make your way out towards it?
Yes.
As you attempt to approach it in order to attempt to help them, they sadly look up and lock eyes with you. But as you do, they begin to they make some noise, and then they begin to kind of like bear one fang at you as they kind of stop bearing. And it gives just like a quick, low, just.
She will maintain eye contact as she will slowly go for the dirt and start to scoop it into the hole.
don't think that's what
Can
they
you
want.
stop?
No, let them keep going.
Yes.
Let them keep going.
Roll a
you.
persuasion check, I guess?
19.
How do you want to... And here's a question. How do you want to address them as you're trying to... I guess... Calm down.
Since she knows she's in the Feywild, she will try Sylvan. Said,
Okay.
I'm just trying to help. If you don't want my help, I will leave.
As you say that in Sylvan, their teeth, they begin to close their lips as they stop growling at you. They just kind of sadly look over towards their companions. They awkwardly step over to one side to allow you room over towards the pile. They kind of nod their heads and they begin to pile the dirt up.
And I will continue to help them.
Hold on.
After about a minute, and between your efforts and the dog's efforts, they do manage to bury the other dog that is in the hole.
How many dogs are there?
There's 4 of them currently.
I'll pull out 4 rations to give one to each of them and pat all their heads.
They kind of give like a low moan and growl for a second. And they look up to you and they nod. And after a second, they pick up the rations in their mouths. And then they turn around and they somberly leave.
As they're leaving, Vesca would walk up to the mound and basically make the appearance of like she's giving a prayer to the departed dog.
Okay.
She'll just kind of lean. She'll just like both knees, kneel down, fold her hands, stay there, just stay there for like a brief moment, and then get up. They may be animals, but no matter what they are, the dead deserve to be respected.
Absolutely.
True.
Yeah, at least they made it good fertilizer.
She throws her eyes out pathetic that.
As the capacity's just kind of, you know.
Solo just kind of pats his little head.
Maybe we should let the goblin eat him.
What? No.
Why?
That's gives the same playful. How dare you look?
Yeah, Rhodey as well. Like he's like, what the fuck, man?
I'm waiting to see how useful he is. I might still eat him.
No, you won't.
Please don't eat me. I am not that tasty.
This is our child now.
You know,
We
I
have
don't
adopted him.
think we ever...
Guys,
Yes.
we adopted a gag character. We're a full D&D party now.
We really are. You know, I don't think we ever got your name,
Just-
little one.
I don't have a name, I guess.
Good.
How about Mush?
I like mush.
What did I just say?
I like it.
What did I just say about naming your food?
His name is Mush.
It's not food.
I am friend, not food. That sounds good to me. I am friend, not food.
Shrooms are friends, not food.
Mhm.
We just had our Finding Nemo moment.
We really did.
Technically, we
I
started
was
with
gonna-
Turbo
It
too.
just it just reminds me of all those memes of like, you know, the main story of the D&D campaign. Everybody points to the funny side character.
I'm just gonna walk up to Predicus and whisper to him. Remember, when he gets distressed, he can slow things down. Still useful as a weapon,
Like I said, I'm waiting to
if
see how.
not food.
Like I said, I'm waiting to see how useful, and I'm going to weigh that against a ration.
Fair enough. Well, I've done everything I can.
All right. As you continue on from the burial site for the dog, that seems like a good place to take a quick break, as I need to restock on my beverage.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
Alrighty then.
Quick break.
Refill my water.
I hope everybody appreciated I've made yet another Ed and Eddie reference in this campaign.
Yes. It took me a second to realize it was, but I'm happy about it.
Wait, which one?
Mildred,
Oh,
it's from the same episode as it's the episode where Ed was grounded.
oh yeah, it was.
How did they take the stairs?
What happened to your stairs?
My parents took the ground because I am grounded.
Chickens,
Eddie.
Well, I will
A
also be right back.
comedian, huh?
I am back. Good talk. So, Chad, I hope you're having a good time. With, at this point, as I've also said on Twitter, but like, I described this session as our murderous home invaders have taken their possibly stolen ship to try to find their next target. Because we are not beating the murder hobo allegations. I mean, I'm playing a literal murder
There's no
hobo.
denying them.
I'm playing a character designed to kill things to be useful, and who does not own a home or even shoes.
He's a hobo that murders. He's not a murder hobo.
I mean, he doesn't murder if he's told that they shouldn't murder, but it's his go-to plan for fixing everything.
Mm-hmm.
I should actually try to do a like food chain for Praedycots in the party. Glad to hear it, Bubba.
All right, so who are we still waiting on? Seven can't do it.
I'm here.
So that's most of everybody.
But yeah, my internet high has been
You got cut off at my
rolling
internet.
right through because finally another Badger video got released today.
Ah.
Oh, yes. Another Russian Badger video came out a few days ago, and I'm happy.
The video that I just watched that I'm happy about is if you watch the YouTube channel Let Me Explain, she talks about one of her old dogs being a basset hound, and as someone who also owned a basset hound, I'm like, yep, that's exactly how she was. That's exactly how she was. Oh, she was definitely like that.
Mm. As somebody who had relatives who had Basset Hounds, I could probably confirm that. Yes.
They are devious little shits, but I love them. People always think they're lazy. No, they're opportunative.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile,
Okay, I'm back.
yeah. Meanwhile, all I did was take a picture of a raccoon I saw in the wild and send it to a friend who identifies as raccoon as their persona. And now I have 7 different Twitter pages that focus on raccoon content flooding my feed. I wish people would stop just giving raccoons cotton candy. At this point, it's cruel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Always been cruel. Like, why'd you do that to the little guys?
He just wanted to wash and eat his food, and now it's all gone. That's like the equivalent of giving a homeless man a fake $5 bill.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
Hoshi, you back?
Yeah, because you give them money, it's just like, oh yeah, I gave him money, and they try to spend it at its fake. It's just like, well, you're a real bastard, aren't you? Well, yeah. So yeah, we've got Hoshi was back, Caitlin's back, Deluna's back, Draco's back. I think I hear Checo. So if everybody's good, shall we continue?
Sure.
Sounds like a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Also, above board, these were the creatures that you saw.
I had a feeling they were blink dogs.
There isn't ever type of Fey dog. I only know because I had to create you get a find familiar thing for a different kind of warlock. And I was like, oh, there's a thing that's better than a blink dog.
Oh,
Yeah, I've got a weird name, so that's why I don't remember him. It's a full proper noun.
gotcha. Bunch of good boys.
So, Milo, what do we discover?
So, as you make your way further north, it's just over the surface of a small lake. Forests of crags line the shores on one side of the lake, and mossy rocks protrude from the shallows. Near the center of the lake is a rocky islet.
If you want to, I could check that out.
It's weird. As you attempt to fly towards it, Dub, your broom inexplicably veers off course, and you manage to find yourself basically right back towards the party.
Well, that was weird. Well, relatively normal for the Feywild, but beside the point.
Were you at least able to see anything useful?
Unfortunately, no. It just sort of turned me around. Maybe Bump will lift his hat. Dorman, would you mind trying to take a look and seeing what was over there?
Oh,
Sure, Dove. Let me try. And you just see as Dorman attempts to fly over. It's weird. You see him dart off, but then he comes back right away. Oh, that's strange. As he just perches on your hat. It did the same thing to me.
So it's not a magic repellent, it's just repels anyone trying to fly towards it. Interesting.
Sindara looks at the mushroom. Is there anything in the water?
I don't know. Never been here.
Or let me try that.
I don't know. I never been here.
That's how they're supposed to talk.
Hmm. Well, if we can't get there, and we're not sure if we need it, I mean, I suppose we could just move on. Unless someone wants to try and swim to it, but who knows what's in the lake. Probably a risk we don't need to take.
That's why I asked what was in the water. I was thinking about doing it, but knowing that he doesn't know, yeah, I'm not making that. I'm not going to try.
No, please go ahead, swim.
I'm not that stupid, sir.
Yet to be proven.
It's just to be clear, you're basically, you're still in the forest. You can still barely make it out because you're up in the higher area. But as you begin to make your way down towards the forest, it's weird. Somehow you find yourself turned around and you find yourself walking straight towards you, right in front of the rest of your party.
Welp. Solo
Well.
will walk into the water.
I guess we have to do something about this.
Yeah,
Yep,
and like I
walking into
said,
the water.
and above board, you can't come within 1,000 feet. It's just like this just keeps popping up. So hit that. Something's keeping you from getting over there, but you don't know what.
You know what? I'm going to ritual cast Detect Magic to see if I see anything around this general region.
Flashbang.
Alright, Feywild. Ah!
Flashbang! Psh!
But it's not Friday.
Aha!
Let me see, what does this do again? Okay, so something's blocking the... Well, actually, I'll let Dump do his thing first. See if that helps.
So, do I get flashbanged, or can I figure out if there's magic in the area?
Well, I don't think you're going to be able to see it because
It's
we
weird.
can't...
It's... You detect faint glimmers kind of all around you at this point, but you're not necessarily able to ascertain what type of magic it is.
Hmm.
Well, just in case, perhaps this will work. She'll wave the Wand of Secrets.
You expend the charge, cast Wand of Secrets.
Yes.
You do not detect anything secret.
Dang it.
Alright, well, there's faint glimmers of magic all over the place. I can't really discern what types of magic.
This is probably something to protect the hag.
Probably.
Oh, wait, maybe... Oh, perhaps. Hold on. In range as soon as... Oh, maybe this will work. Submit! Dispel magic.
You attempt to cast Dispel Magic. You find it does not work.
Yuck.
I'm going to try something. I don't know if it'll have any effect, but I'm producing these bits of coal every day, so I might as well see if I can dispose. He's gonna huck a piece of coal into the water to see if that does anything.
You try and huck a piece of coal towards the water. It's weird. Make a deck save.
Oh fuck. That's a 7.
You take 1 point of cold damage as it pelts you in the chest.
Ah, okay. Don't drop anything in the water. Noted.
It's
I'm
weird.
trying-
You just see the coal disappear, but then all of a sudden you see piece of coal come back. And it's not even touching the water. It's just as you're trying to throw it towards it.
No, I wonder, Dom.
Centaur,
Are you able to...
Centaur tried to touch the water.
Yeah, you're not even close enough to, like I said, you can see the water, but despite your best efforts, you're not able to get anywhere near the water.
Are you
Just
able to...
making sure I make it clear enough.
Are you able to fly over it?
Well, I tried to fly, but I got turned around. Unless you mean completely over it.
Yes, like I wonder... Yeah.
I suppose I could give it a try. Dumph will hop on the broom and say the command word, extole, and he will lift off the ground and try to fly up and over the lake to the other side.
About how high do you want to try and fly?
Let's say 100 feet in the air.
Try and fly 100 feet up, and your broom veers way off course. And you find yourself basically like way over here.
I could keep trying and just going up by 100 feet each time. So 200 feet next.
Okay. Same result.
Okay. And just so we have 3 sample sizes, 300 feet.
You try again at 300 feet, and once again, same result.
All right, I'm going to return to the party.
Maybe
Nope,
survival
it seems...
check.
Okay.
Depending on how much you get turned around.
Wait, where are they?
That is a 13.
Dear.
13, yeah, you do manage to make your way back to the group.
Actually, you know what? While I was up there, was there any chance of me seeing Old Oak? Or was I too high up to notice anything like that?
Perception check.
Right, let me give the old perception.
I was gonna
That
say,
is an 8.
you've had that this entire time, and we didn't think to have you scouting.
No, I just got it. I literally just got it.
Ah, true.
Yeah, you weren't able to make out any features aside from the islet and the rock formations are on one side, and then the forests that were, where your party were currently in. That's about it.
Unfortunately, yeah, it seems to go up for quite a while.
Well, can't really think of much of anything else.
Well, it means we have to go around. Do we want to take the east or the west?
I suppose we could try east.
East seems reasonable.
All right. Takes you a few hours of checking, but you managed to make your way around the pool, or around the lake.
Oh wait, I just saw something. Wonder if we should have gone west. Wonder if that's a thing. Well, I don't know that. Carry on.
Oh well.
Alright, someone else
Oh.
roll a d8 for me.
I'll do it. Oh. 2.
Let's see. You know what? Reroll that.
7.
Ooh. Okay. As you manage to make your way around another fairy ring. Interesting. Okay. You come upon a strange sight as right next to this another fairy circle that you find. This one noticeably different from the last one that you encountered. There are 6 mushrooms that are there are, a lot fewer mushrooms that are scattered about. But you do notice a chariot off to one side, and yoked to it, find a very large creature. You can't tell if those are feathers or fur. But anybody wants to make a nature check to identify this creature? Go ahead.
Sure.
I will. Why not?
19. Now I get the good rolls.
I gotta see something right quick.
7.
18.
Do I still have advantage?
Do I get
All
a
right.
Flat roll.
Okay. 9.
Dom Solo and Veska. That's the strangest thing you've ever seen. You see, yoked to this chariot is an owl bear.
How?
Okay, I'm kind of sad how I didn't understand or know what that was. Like, how would Rhodey not know what that is?
Because the
I'm
monstrosity,
surprised
not beast.
Sindara doesn't either.
Now, what is an owl bear doing all the way out here?
What now?
I'm
Oh,
more interested in how it was tamed at all
Is
to
it
be on
tamed,
this
though?
chariot. I mean, it's connected to the chariot, isn't it?
No, it
Sindara
doesn't
just
necessarily
listen.
mean it's tame, though.
I mean, you can just talk to it.
I mean, can you? Hey, can you talk? And I know that I won't get any answer back because they're monstrosities.
Sindara looks at it. Hey, can you talk? Because I can understand owl bears. Giant owls. Or a large beast.
Yeah, they're not a beast.
I have to double check.
It's a creature typing monstrosity. You can talk to beasts.
Yeah. They were created by a wizard.
Fuck, I want to talk to it.
You attempt to use your animal speech to talk to it, but yeah, it doesn't work for it.
I mean, I did fill the role, so it makes sense why she tries to do it.
How big is a chariot?
Oh, it's a decent sized chariot. Seems like you could fit 2 people in it. And as you so you look at the chariot, does anybody look at the owlbear itself?
I think Domf is going to look at the owlbear and see if it'll let him pet it.
Sindara is going to do the same thing.
All right. The 2 of you can make an animal handling check with advantage.
That'll be a 17.
18.
Yep. Between the 2 of you, yeah, you managed to... The owlbear definitely seems apprehensive at first, but after a little bit, it calms down and it seems receptive to your approach.
The fact that we're able to touch and pet it leads me to believe this is a tame owlbear. Which is wild to me.
The fact that you
Yeah,
walked up and
and
tried.
you get a.
The fact you
Where's your
walked up.
master?
The
I'm
fact-
sorry, I'm talking over everybody.
So many people talking
Go ahead
about
and get your question out there, predicates.
The fact that you walked up and tried to pet a wild animal shows me that I need to start teaching you to survive.
I mean, I knew it could potentially lead to problems, but I had a feeling Syndra was going to go up to it anyway, so
yes,
I
but
figured
you're
back
useful.
I
Aw.
I literally train bees back at home, so this is normal for me. And she continues to pet the owlbear. Where's your master at? Buddy, where's your master? Started rubbing under his chin.
All right. It lifts up its beak towards you and allows you to scratch it. And as it lifts it up, you notice that the boss, the boss of the harness, basically the part of the harness that's like towards the front and the chest of this creature. It looks like there's an engraving on it. Looks like it's a branch.
I look at it.
Okay. You look at the branch. What do you want to look at?
Oh, it's an actual branch?
Well, it's a depiction of a branch that's on the harness. You know, like an engraving of like some design.
Oh.
Vesca, I'll allow you a nature check if you want to figure out what that branch is on the
Sure.
boss.
That's a 7. I don't know shit.
Yeah, you're not exactly able to make out what type of branches on
One thing I do want to do, though, while they're doing that, I want to do a survival check. I want to look for footprints. Any that would lead to, away from, or towards this chariot that obviously aren't ours or the owlbears.
Okay. Sure. Survival check.
22.
Yeah, you notice that as you're looking at these tracks, you see that the direction that they came from, it looks like they come from this direction?
I missed that.
Well.
Which direction?
Northeast.
For the party set. Yep.
Okay. North.
Did I see any like humanoid footprints, or was it just chariot?
Just chariot and owlbear tracks.
So whoever was riding in this, apparently it came from the northeast, traveling southwest. Whatever caused them to stop here, I can't seem to see any humanoid tracks. So
Noah?
either there was an ambush, or perhaps something else happened.
How does the owlbear look malnourished?
Good question. Medicine check, I guess?
Oh.
Fuck it, I'll give it a shot too. 13.
Doesn't appear to be. Not yet, at least.
Part of me is curious to see what would happen if some people got in it, but we're not all going to fit in that chariot.
True. So just to clarify, is the owlbear inside the chariot, or is it is it hooked up to the chariot?
The owlbear itself is harnessed and yoked to the chariot. It's at the front of the chariot like it's pulling it.
That makes sense. Perhaps it decided to run away from wherever it was.
I don't imagine it'll get far. He just points out there's not a lot of strong roots in a woodland. Riding this thing would be a torture, if not impossible.
And then Cinderella look at predicate, or you can. Is what you said earlier. Full moon and points to the fairy ring.
Does the chariot itself look like pretty sturdy, like it hasn't been damaged?
Make an investigation check.
20.
The chariot itself is not in the best of shape. As you look it over, oddly enough, there are some like painted golden filigree that's kind of scattered about, but a lot of the paint is kind of faded off. It looks kind of dilapidated, but structurally it looks fine.
So not damaged, just old.
Yeah.
Okay.
As for the fairy ring, that's hard to tell. Time is weird here. If an archfey was anywhere near, time could shift with their mood.
Well, considering it seems the owlbear seems in fair shape, the chariot is not damaged, it's just old. A little bit worn out. There's no tracks aside from Oz, the owlbears, and the chariot itself. I would imagine that either A, whatever was going on, this owlbear might have run from something or someone, or B, perhaps it's just wandering.
Do we want to potentially free it from the chariot, or just move on?
Cinderella looks at everybody. Can I keep it?
No.
I mean, if you can guarantee it won't maul us at some point when it gets hungry. It's a big,
At
a
the same
big
time,
creature.
So
Look, I'm all for pets in this party, but an owlbear is not. An owlbear is a little too large.
Cinderella slowly looks towards Mushu. There is food.
No.
No.
Alright. But it's an owl bear. It eats like a person for its food. That's how hungry it gets.
I've been near owlbear nests around the caves of my youth. They are not. Well, this one appears to be docile and perhaps tamed. Wild owlbears are nothing to mess with.
And I mean, again,
Perhaps
don't
our
get me
best.
wrong.
Like you said, a wild one. This one's not. And she smiles.
Honestly,
Again,
I believe
as
our
useful
best
as it
course of
would
action
be-
is.
Sorry,
I was
you first.
going. No, I was gonna say. I believe our best course of action is to simply unharness it and let it about its business.
Unless its meat can be
Right.
eaten.
Like, I mean, I don't imagine why it wouldn't be able to be eaten, but it's also a big, fierce creature. It's going to take a lot of work to bring it down.
Well, I mean,
Not only that, it could be useful in a fight.
No.
She hugs the
If we don't
owlbear
eat
around
it.
the She hugs the owlbear around the neck and just start rubbing it and saying, "We're not eating him." Or her.
No.
How is the owlbear reacting to all of this?
It just kind of looks at all of you, and as Sadara embraces the owlbear, it kind of leads into it a little bit.
Aww.
But no, my point is... No, my point is that this thing literally does not occur in nature. I cannot speak to if it is safe to eat or anything it will do. It is not a beast of the world. Or even of the Feywild.
Cinderella, Sindara activates puppy dog eye stare.
Oh no.
Vesca's going to walk up and just start undoing the harness.
Tell you what, Cinder, we'll see what it does after we unharness it and go from there.
I'm just gonna stick over here. I don't think this is a good idea, guys. I really don't.
You know, come to think of it, where is the owner?
Well, considering there were no tracks, the owner probably either doesn't know it's gone or is going to be actively
Died.
looking for it at some point. Or perhaps passed on, yes.
Maybe he ate it.
I'd believe it. It seems
Do you
healthy.
see no blood?
I would highly doubt that, considering there were no bloodstains on the chariot.
Or on the owlbear?
I mean, the owlbear would have to drink somewhere from some fresh water. It would wash away the blood.
True.
On itself.
I mean, he couldn't reach the chariot if it was harnessed to the chariot. So there would be no blood on it.
But if there was like a river nearby, I could probably get a drink even attached to the chariot and maybe clean off the front of its fur and feathers, but I'd imagine the claws would be another issue.
Just returns to unhooking it.
All right. You begin to undo the harness, and it stands there. And as you finish unhooking it, it just still stands there and makes its way over to Nara.
Oh,
Starts petting it more.
Well, you're in charge
Well?
of feeding it, and considering you gave away all your rations to the dogs, that'll be interesting.
Who said that I gave all my
Yeah.
rations?
You gave 4 days' worth of rations to a bunch of dogs.
I tame animals for a living. Why do you think this is not the only source of food I have?
Because I've never seen you actually hunt or be useful.
No, that's not fair to her.
on the plus side, an owlbear's really powerful. As long as we can keep it fed and happy, huge boon for us.
You sleep next to it.
I have no problem with that.
As long as we're clear, it's primarily your responsibility. Then I feel no strongly one way or the other. Just don't blame us if you wake up in the middle of the night and it starts attacking all of us.
In the worst case scenario, even if we're uncertain how healthy the meat is, we could, if it attacks us, against Syndra. Worst case scenario, it attacks us, we kill it, and then we could get food from its meat. But that's only if it attacks us, obviously.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say this is a bad idea, but you know what? Fuck it. If y'all are wanting to do this, I'm not gonna stop you. Maybe we can take the cart too, and we can have a way to move.
I mean, I don't want to. I'm just accepting the fact that this is not going to be logical.
No, see, there, guys. I think we're in agreement on this. This is not a good idea. But fuck it, if everyone else here is okay with it.
Well, actually, it
Weren't you
depends.
the one that's saying if the pet's not useful, it's not worth keeping around? And she grins.
You've yet to prove it's useful, and also, we haven't had the only actual person who could break any of this. Sola, what do you want to do?
There's pros and cons to this. Yeah, let's keep it for now.
All right, we go. We go illogical. Let's just try to find a place to sleep for the night.
Wonder if it likes tea. Can it even drink it?
Zendara would check if it's a boy or a girl for a second.
This is interesting. Make a nature check for me?
16.
The plumage around the face and the neck kind of gives it away a little bit. And then you kind of look towards the rear end. That's a female.
I shall name it. I shall name it Skyla. And she starts speaking. Do you like that, Skyla?
She tilts her head at you. Does that react one way or the other?
Yeah. And where to next?
How close to the riverbed are we? I'm asking this out of character.
Let's see. Considering where are you at? Above 4 is probably about 4 miles away. Or 3 miles away.
So, probably like a couple hours walk.
Yeah.
I think it's better to ask what time of day it is because we've been going for... We were in a different part of the country about like an hour ago.
Yeah, we've been moving a lot.
That's actually a good question.
What time of day was it when we first got here?
That's something I never thought I had to ask myself as far as Prismeer in general.
Yeah, time is weird in the Feywild.
Well, then also try and keep track of time across 2 weeks of gameplay.
Yeah.
Because this is still the same day that we fought Bavlorna, and we did a lot during that day.
Yeah? We might want to actually take a long rest.
Okay. So, where do you want to take your long rest then? Is the question.
Imagine if we're in a fairly open area, we could probably just set up a camp here.
All right. All right. For the sake of brevity, your night passes uneventfully as you manage to get your long rest in.
I'll also get tea for everyone.
We have our nightmare counters.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Wisdom saves for everybody that's under the effect of your nightmares.
Where's my nightmare counter?
Your mind. Your mind nightmares.
So we have me, Vesca, Predicats are the only people that still have nightmares going, potentially. It is Wisdom saving throw. Ooh, 20.
15.
Yep. Veska is the only one that fails, so you gain a level of exhaustion.
Okay. I don't, because I was gonna say I don't think my boon's refreshed yet.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right. Most of you awaken rather refreshing, but Veska, yeah, you slept very, very rough. You didn't get a good night's sleep at all.
And I put our updated lists in the party notes. Serious question. Donful, look at the owlbear. Does it still seem tame?
Insight check?
I'm not very good with that, but I'm okay. Oh, natural 20, never mind. I know everything this owlbear's thinking.
Double nat 20.
God damn.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Well, she's looking like she's starting to get hungry.
Well, first order of the day, the owlbear's hungry. Skyla is getting a bit of the munchies. We should probably have something to do with that.
More pieces for rations.
Oh, this will be hilarious.
If
Let's see. Where is it? Yeah, somebody go ahead and roll a D8 for me.
I'll do it this time. 6.
6. This makes sense. As you begin to make your way, attempting to look for food. In part of your efforts, you try to make your way kind of towards the river, and oddly enough, by happenstance, Veska, you manage to find yourself following some of the chariot tracks as you make your way over. But as you do, you eventually see a trail of monstrous claw prints kind of crossing the path right next to where you're at.
Do they look like owlbear prints?
Make a nature check.
Nope. I'm exhausted. I don't know shit.
Whatever they are, they definitely look bigger than an owlbear.
Well, I can't quite tell what they are, but there's definitely something happened here.
Can I take a look at them to see if I can recognize what they may be?
same
Sure.
here.
Yeah, I'll open it up for anybody to make a nature check.
17.
And 9.
God damn, that 20 on the other side. Almost 3 nat 20s in a row.
Yeah, it's no, you can't make heads or tails of it.
What about me with a 19?
With a 19, it's
Or sorry,
definitely hard.
17.
Oh, 17. Definitely a lot harder to tell. Like I said, they're definitely larger than the owl bears that you've been walking with. And even then, these tracks don't have pads like an owlbear does, along with their claws. So, that's weird.
I have a theory, but I'm not sure how solid it'll be. Could this be old oak's footsteps? I mean, I'd imagine the tree person's pretty big. And it doesn't look like a beast. No?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Campestri
Do
just
we
shrugs
wanna
its non-arms.
Do we want to
Or
try following these big footprints or leaving that alone?
That sounds like the opposite of what we should do, really.
Well, I mean, again, follow me here. If we're looking for a big tree person, and these are big footsteps that are that big tree persons, then we might want to follow them, as they might lead us to the big tree person.
So, Milla, for clarity, you said it's tracks and also a bunch of like damage to the actual forest around, like claw marks on trees.
Not really. It's just large footprints that you kind of see on the brush. If you want, you can make the nature check as well.
Okay.
Predicates.
8.
Yeah, you're not able to make out anything else.
I'll also say when he sees the flower has wilted on his stick, he just threw it away.
I mean, I suppose first thing we should probably do is get this owlbear fed, but wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea, I feel, to follow these footprints.
Yeah, perhaps not. We can definitely do that.
Okay. So you follow. So you're going to follow the tracks then?
Sounds like a plan.
All right. You managed to make your way along the tracks at about 3 miles. You get to further from where these dragon claws are, but as you make your way towards the end of this trail, all of a sudden the tracks stop, and it looks like some of the paw prints get yeah, they just unusually they just stop.
That's odd.
Could I use
fly?
nature? Could I use nature to decide to see if there were signs of a struggle?
Make a survival check.
Oh boy, I really wish I had anything in that.
I have something in that. I could also do the roll.
5.
Yeah,
Same
I'll
here.
open it up for anybody. Yeah, anybody can make a survival check.
15 or 22,
8.
however you want to rule that.
Dang it.
Same Z.
All right, Veska and Sidara. As you're examining the end of these tracks here, you get a closer look at it. Whatever this creature was, It seemed like towards the end of this set of tracks, the spacing on them begins to, increase. Almost as though it looked like it was running. And then you see where some of the tracks get deeper. And then as you look down, you also notice that there's a spot where there's like a wider depression off to one side. Huh. It's almost humanoid in shape. And as you kind of look at it, you see the depression where he at is deeper, and then where the rest of the paws that are tracked around it were deeper. Almost as though, they suggest that perhaps whatever was here, like it leapt? And the fact that there are no other tracks around it suggests that maybe whatever made these tracks fly.
We may be dealing with an aerial assault.
Sindari looks up.
Alright, you look up, you can see some of the... You see a few clouds just kind of gently rolling about the top of the Feywilds. What do you guys wish to do with this information?
Well, it's certainly not what I was hoping we'd be tracking. I guess we could just move on. And now I know not to go up in the air, or at least not super high up in the air.
So it sounds like we just keep going forward.
All right.
Keep moving forward.
Keep looking for food.
All right. Well, as you make your way further down this path, someone else roll another d8.
I got it.
Okay.
All right, Chaco.
Yep, that was 2. Sorry.
2, reroll.
Foe.
Money.
4. Oh. Oh god, okay. So we'll resolve this right now. Unfortunately, this is probably what we're gonna have to call for this session, as you're making your way through various undergrowth and shrubs. As you see, there's a small clearing. Veska, Rudy, and Sidara. You see that as you make your way into the small clearing, appearing from the various underbrush and various other trees, you see several moving bushes, as well as a being draped in greens and leaves, make us jump their way out of the forest. The figure points their finger towards you. Go forth, shrubs! Show these villains the true meaning of revenge! And that's where we're going to end the session next. And next week, we're going to roll for initiative.
Well, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, 2 weeks. Boy, I hope this isn't that guy with which we're trying to make a deal with.
Well,
that'd be awkward if it is.
Well, is
Yeah.
also kind of late. So, Caitlin, where can people find you?
Hello, I'm Caitlin C37. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter and Blue Sky and all that yada yada. Caitlin C37. I do art. Commissions are open, so if you want paintings, you can find my stuff there. Deluna, go ahead.
Hello, my name is on Twitch and at Deluna13. Find me on Twitter at Deluna1338. Speaking of YouTube, I actually just recently posted a new YouTube short. I'm starting to get into doing those again, so do check that out. Tomorrow you will find me on Drake D&D session there with let's see, Toshi and Chaco is gonna be are also part of it. Next Tuesday, schedule permitting, you'll find me in the morning at Twitch the Person's YouTube trying your Cyber Strike. And Tuesday night we'll be doing Kingdom Hearts 3. I'll let Draco talk more about that. Speaking of Draco, you go next.
Hey everyone, you can find me over on YouTube and Blue Sky and Twitter and Twitch and all those places as Draco Magnus, Draco_Magnus, and at D Magnus. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays. Mondays, you can catch me doing Persona 5. We just started the game. We're about to go into the first palace in earnest. We have a full party. Tuesdays, you can catch me in Deluna 13 as we go through Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, the DLC. Let's see, that's Tuesday. Wednesdays, you can catch myself and Deluna and Chaco and Hoshi and a whole bunch of other people as they go through Barovian Odyssey. Our heroes are dealing with druid cultists and plant monsters. Luckily, one of them has a weapon specifically designed to fight plant monsters. That was handy. Thursdays are party games when we do like Jackbox and King of the Castle and Rift Tracks and all that sort of fun stuff. And Fridays, you can catch me playing Spirit Tracks. We're nearing the end, I think. I mean, we've got most of the things in the Spirit Tracks restored. What could possibly go wrong? But with that said and done, I'm going to throw it to Milla.
Hello, hi, Melon Ninja, your illustrious DM. You can find me on the Burning Bird site at Melon Ninja Nerd. You can also find me on Blue Sky, Melon Ninja. And coming soon to a regular schedule at some point, maybe Melon Ninja on Twitch. Aside from that, also every other Tuesday, twitch.tv/Lejake, where we are moving into the next arc of Anos Anthologies, Legacy of the Dealbreakers, Volume 2. Where we decide where we go after we helped out a naiad of the river type. And will we venture over to Patronus and possibly include Rugar's name? Tune in next Tuesday to find out. Let's see who hasn't gone yet. Hoshi, you go.
Hello, I'm Roy Hoshi. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Blue Sky, and YouTube as Roy Hoshi. You can also find me here every other Tuesday. You can also find me on Draco's channel on Wednesdays playing in Barovia Veracity. Brain part. Chaco, go.
Hello, you can find I am Chocolate Zombie 101. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Blue Sky, and Ko-Fi. Chocolate Zombie 101. I have a new apartment, and right now I'm just waiting for my job to finish my transfer to a new store here in town. So until that happens, I'm probably gonna try to do a few streams. I've got a couple of things in mind. Including Elden Ring, continuing Zenless Zone Zero, and many other things. So stop by when I do that. I'm also here on Tuesdays, every other Tuesday, playing Vezka. I'm on twitch.tv/person for Power Rangers Cyber Strike every Tuesday. And I play a Red Ranger, Marika Hammond. Wednesdays, tomorrow night, you'll find me, Deluna, Draco, Hoshi, and some of our other friends for Barovian Odyssey, our playthrough of Curse of Strahd. Aside from that, I'm also on Draco's channel sometimes on Thursdays when we do party stuff. Friday, you can find me over on Edward Bosco's channel for Friday Night Flashbang, part of Multiverse Nexus Wrestling, where I play the Chocolate Zombie Graven Allen. And I think, Vaughn, you're the last one.
Yeah, hi. Saturday we have Saved by Spell, and Sunday we have Those Who Wander. And since we are talking about Those Who Wander, we'll raid into our guest character who just left the party, Arkolf. And the quote of the session is the raid message: "It puts the butter on its skin, or it gets boiled again." Oh, it did.
That's
Oh, he's
also the
good.
raid
He's-
message, isn't it?
Yeah, that was the raid. Well, it was the quote of the session and the raid message, just to save us time. But yeah, we thank you all for coming out. We'll see you again in 2 weeks' time. We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.